Hey guys, so in this video, I'm gonna do things a little bit differently. First, the last video, we've walked with Monica all the way down to 38th to this point, and now what we're going to do is interview some locals walking down 5th Ave right there. So what we're going to do in this video is interview locals on their experiences of living in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. When you first come down to Playa del Carmen, you look for different spots of where to stay because nobody seems to really know where they're going or what they're doing. So in this video, I'm going to be interviewing 6 different people from 6 different walks of life, all foreigners who have moved down to Playa del Carmen. We're going to be going over questions like where they're from, how long they've been here, and we're also going to be talking about where they looked for when they first came here. So when you come to Playa del Carmen, you're looking for a place to stay. So usually you get an Airbnb, you try out a couple different areas, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Then we're going to go over how Playa del Carmen has changed while they've been here for anywhere from 6 months to up to 25 or 28 years. So our first interview is with
Laura.
Okay, and Laura, where are you from?
I am from Argentina.
Okay, and how long have you been in Playa del Carmen?
It's been already 3 years and 4 months since I arrived to Playa.
Okay, amazing. And when you first came to Playa del Carmen, what areas did you try out?
Well, at the beginning, I came here with a few friends and we rent an Airbnb because we didn't know anything about the area. So we rent an Airbnb in downtown near to the bus station. Then we start exploring a little bit more, and finally we moved to this area where we are now, that is 38th Street around Sasilja, which I consider is much better, is beautiful, and is where all of the least most of the locals lives.
Yeah, it is where most of the locals are. So now you're in that area, and you've been here for 3 years. How has things changed over the last few years in Playa del Carmen?
Well, for what I could see, there are a lot of development, and I understand that all the other area of the fifth, which we call them Quinta Silvestre, is growing and growing. When I first arrived, there was nothing there, and now you get to see more coffee places, stores, restaurants, and I understand that a lot of investors are interested in those areas too. So Playa has become more touristic, and I think now you can find a bigger community of expats living here, which is really fun, and I love it.
Okay, amazing. And how have you seen the prices fluctuate?
Well, coming from Argentina, I cannot complain. We don't have, there is no inflation here. But it is a little bit pricey compared to other places in Mexico. Mostly when you need to rent something, when you need to rent an apartment, it's difficult to find one. So it is a good idea if you're planning to come here, to move here, try to look for an apartment during the low season. Because high season, it could be really, really pricey. But this last year, I think it was because of all the Trump situation in the US, the prices are getting a little bit higher, but it's still it's stable. And I mentioned that because where I came from, having stable prices is like really important.
Okay, amazing. Thank you for your time. And yeah, so this is Laura from Argentina. And now we're going to go look for other foreigners who live in Playa del Carmen.
Let's go find them.
Hey Roger, so I'm going to give you this. Here you go. So this is Roger. This is Roger, and this is Manish. Yes. Manish was very excited. So go that way.
How's it going?
It's like good. You?
Good morning.
So, I don't know if you heard what we were doing. Yeah, Manisha will take you for a walk.
Yes, actually, it's the time for the drag.
Okay, so you've been here, I know you've been here for quite a while.
I've been here for 25 years now, a little bit more than that, but I don't want to say that I'm that old.
And where are you originally from?
I was born in Amsterdam, but I am Mexican.
Okay.
My mother is Mexican and I grew up in Guadalajara until I was 18 years. Then I flew to Amsterdam, but I find out that it was too cold to live there. We find out that this place in Mexico, there was a Mexican Caribbean, and ta-da!
And here you are.
And here we are, and we stayed.
Okay, so now I have to ask, when you first came, what areas did you try out?
What areas?
Yeah, so did you, in order to find out where you are right now, which this is your neighborhood,
Yes.
in order to find this area right here, what other areas have you tried out?
Well, I've been traveling after I came to live to Playa del Carmen. I've been traveling and I've been living in different areas like New York, which I didn't really like because it was very cold. And I've been traveling to different places like Spain, LA, East Coast, West Coast, and I find out that there's no better place than Playa del Carmen to live here.
Why is that?
Well, the weather, even though it gets a little warm in the summer, but this is the best place to be here, actually.
So,
yeah.
since you've been here for so long, and you kind of know a lot of people.
Yeah, I know Ron over there.
Yeah, there's Ron.
He's bothering
Ron.
Hey Ron, good morning. Pretty much I know, all the locals that they live around here.
So this is your chance to tell me, how has Playa del Carmen changed over the years? Do you see it how do you think it's going to change?
Well, it's been growing for good, I've been involved directly and indirectly in some of the development, bringing investors when there was nothing, when it was just dirt roads, like in Tulum now. The moon roads that they're in Tulum. There used to be all moon roads around here.
Yeah.
Not many people believed that this place was going to develop into what is now. So only for, this is a place for the believers.
Okay.
And, Playa del Carmen is like that. Either it gets you, it takes you, it swallows you, and it takes you with all the heart, or you can be speeded like that,
Exactly.
There's ups and downs, like any city that is growing with such a development. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that it's like heaven, but it is paradise.
Yeah. And how have you seen, I believe you're a real estate agent?
Well, I don't like to say I'm a real estate agent. I'm more like a mathematician.
Okay. So you know numbers. So how have things gotten over the years? Expenses.
I'm more of an investor.
Okay.
Time is precious, and if you can invest a little bit in time, and save time,
Yep.
then you could be saving a lot of money. So what I do is I try to save time and money for friends and clients and investors that they're willing to live here. I'm not such a fan of the return of investment. I'm looking more for like good neighbors that they want to take care of this place. So if you want to take care of the place and you want to leave it, then fine. But if you're coming here just for the greedy and that's not appealing for me.
Me either.
It's a turn off for me.
Okay, so let's find somebody else to interview here.
Well, we could choose Ron.
Hey, Peter.
How are you, bro?
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Oh, shit, man.
Okay, cool. So, first of all, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
So I have to ask, first of all, who are you?
I'm Peter Anthony. I've been coming to Playa for more than 25 years
Okay.
as a DJ back then, and I'm doing real estate now here in Mexico.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Montreal, Canada.
All right, amazing. So when you first came here, did you try out a bunch of different areas to find out where you are right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I came here to try to live exactly like 10 years ago. I lived in Playa, but it was a shit show. Like, it was no internet back then. Playa was still becoming what Playa is right now. So after another 10-year run, went back to Montreal with my wife, that Mexican, then came back here, and here I am right now.
Okay, so you've been here a long time. How have you seen Playa del Carmen change?
Wow, yeah, man. Playa been to many faces. Playa was a pueblito, then it became, with the BPM, became this rich musical thing. Then the BPM switched to Playa, to Tulum, and then became like a snowbird destination where people now stay, in my opinion, more than 5 to 6 months at the time. So now the whole identity changed. Playa became a city now, actually.
And it's getting more expensive.
Sure.
Right,
Like,
yeah, it's not very
like,
expensive when we're comparing it to North American cities.
no, for sure. It's still, but I would compare it honestly to the same price as Montreal right now. Like, it's kif.
But it's hot year round.
Hot year round, and the vibe is better. You're more healthier. You're outside all the time. You're walking everywhere. Like, it's
And the
way
community's
better.
awesome.
Yeah, of course. That's the reason why we're here.
If people want to find you, where can they find you?
SoundCloud, DJ Pierre Anthony, and on Instagram, Facebook, same thing, DJ
Cool.
Pierre.
Amazing. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
your
brother.
time. Cool. Thank you.
Before, man.
Okay, we need to find locals. It's a lot of tourists out right now. You can kind of tell the tourists versus the locals.
Here's the pizzeria, very
Yeah.
well known. The pizzeria from Renzo
Yeah.
is the best pizzas in town.
I agree.
Really?
Good pizza.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good pizza and cheap.
99 pesos. 30
That's really
pesos.
lasagna.
That's
The
lasagna.
pizzas
Oh.
are like $1.50.
Okay.
So you can get a slice of pizza for $1.50. With 3 pizzas, you have more than enough. It's 100 pesos, 120 pesos with a drink. That's $6.
Yep. Okay, we gotta find a local. Anybody see any locals?
No. Usually locals, you can find them more outside.
No locals today.
No locals today. No, everybody's like tourists.
Yeah, this time of the day, locals, they want to use the beach.
Yeah.
They want to go to the beach because there's no one there. Everybody's having breakfast. It's a nice moment when the beach is clean, it's not so many people.
Yep.
It's nice. Nice to go early.
You guys look so peaceful over there. Oh, I gotta get that rookie hat for you, bro. Let's negotiate, bro. Forget my job. Well, what do you want for the hat, homeboy?
I don't know yet. We'll be back.
Bro, I feel the start of a brand new
We'll think
friendship
about
with
it.
you.
Are you a local?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can I film you while I'm doing it?
Depends on what
Okay.
the question is.
Okay. So you live in Playa del Carmen?
Yes.
How long have you been in Playa del Carmen?
Like 14 years.
Okay, that's perfect. So how have you seen Playa del Carmen change over the years?
Dramatically.
Okay. How so?
Structure-wise, safety-wise, a lot of people sometimes they overlook the importance of the changes because not all changes are bad. I think every change has a positive side to it. Now, the most important factor is the safety. You know, I've been here for 14 years, and we used to have like a big problem here with bad people.
Yep.
A lot of bad events used to happen here. I think since this new president has came into effect, there's less cartels, less movement of drugs, more safety.
Yeah.
At the same time, it brings more safety to the tourists, to the people that we depend on for our daily needs, you know, which is our income. Another positive side I see, they cleaned up Fifth Avenue.
Yeah. Totally.
Not just Fifth Avenue, but even for example, when you guys go down to CTM the other way, they started opening new sections
Sí.
Yeah.
for the tourism. Where a lot of local spots now are becoming touristical spots. What it is, San Felipe Colosio. You know, that area wasn't really well known. First of all, because there was a lot of garbage, there was a lot of throwing down buildings. They started knocking down the buildings that they were useless, they started cleaning it up. Where now it became more touristical with San Felipe, Colosio, which is where the lagoon is at.
Yep.
Now that helps out our economy at the same time. Now when you guys go past that, even after the Punta Esmeralda, which is another beautiful beach. Before it wasn't well known by the tourists, but since they cleaned it up, safety got better. Now tourists are actually heading down that way, that direction. You know, it's I just believe everything's happening for its best.
Yep.
In my personal opinion.
May I ask where you're originally from?
California.
Amazing. That's what I was looking for. So cool. Thank you very much for your
So
time.
am I going to be famous?
Yeah, this goes onto a YouTube channel called Living in Latin America. I film all over Latin America. We live in Playa del Carmen. Oh, we're going that way. Okay, we're going back. Okay, have a good day, man. Thank you for your time. So yeah, coming down here, you'll notice there's a lot of Canadians, there's a lot of Americans, there's a lot of Europeans. There's just like a influx of all sorts of different people who really come to Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen's known for a great community, and as you can see, everybody's like happy and everywhere you go. Sean, here you go. It's your moment to shine.
Testing. Getting some testing.
So this is Sean. We talked earlier about him. Sean, let me know where you're from.
So originally born just north of Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada.
Hey, and how long have you been in Playa?
I've been in Playa for just around 2 years, and in all of Mexico, I've been here for just over 3 years now in the Mexico area.
Okay, so when you first came here, wow, there's some stuff going on down there.
Oh yeah.
When you first came to Playa, what areas did you try out?
Like for living areas?
Yeah, like did you try out Airbnbs? Did you, like when you first got here, what did you do? Vacation rentals? What did you do?
Yeah, so when I first got here, actually, I drove down from Canada in a motorhome. So I lived on the streets in my motorhome for about 4 months with no power, no electricity unless I turned the generator on. And then as soon as summer started coming 2 years ago, it was getting way too hot. And then I got a little studio apartment in the Colosio area right by CTM. So I was on 48th and 25th was my first condo, or studio.
Okay, and then from there?
From there, I moved into my buddy Corey's house, which is on 38th and 5th. And then I was there for about 4 months. And then I went traveling with a girlfriend of mine at the time for 4 months during the summer. And then when we came back, we moved into a 3-bedroom house in Ixcolcoco area, which would be closer to where like the Pepsi Coca-Cola factory warehouse is. And then from there, after we split up, I got a 2-bedroom condo in Valle Aurora, which is close to Plaza Las Americas, so on the other side of the highway.
And out of those areas, which area do you like the best?
I like the area that I'm in right now the best. It's quiet, it's up and coming, there's no street dogs, there's no vendors, there's no people, cars honking. I'm 2 blocks away from the mall, the grocery store. And for me, at the stage of my life where I'm at right now, I wanted to separate myself from the noise, the clutter, and the partying, and just be somewhere where it could be central and be a bit more at peace.
Okay, so you've been here a while. You've seen the city change and, up, down, all around. To you, what are the highlights? What are we don't want to talk too negatively, but obviously things have gotten a lot more expensive.
Yeah, things have gotten a little bit more expensive here, but that just comes with the amount of tourism, the amount of traction, the people coming down this area. I think what I'm really liking to start to see is I'm seeing the expansion of the city go back more towards like the Merida, Yucatan area. So you're seeing a lot more development. There's a lot of construction going on in the city as well. They're upgrading the infrastructure, the roads, the piping, electrical. So it's there was such rapid growth for such a long time, and they didn't upkeep the infrastructure. So I'm seeing a lot more money being put into that. They just did a big revamp on the police force here as well. They got all new vehicles, brought in more police officers that aren't as corrupt, I guess, is what they're saying. But yeah, there's been a lot of cool changes in the city and the area, and it's really cool to see.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to ask you. So now I want to ask your friend.
All right.
Hi. Can I give you this?
Yes, of course.
Cool. I have to ask.
Sure.
Where are you from?
I was born in Toronto, but I come from an Egyptian family.
Okay. And how long have you been in Playa?
It's my 6th month here now,
Okay,
actually.
how do you like
It's honestly one of the best places I've ever lived in my life. I have no regrets about moving here. I have no regrets about the adjustment period or anything of that. Like, I love it.
Okay, and what area do you live in?
I live I don't know what the area is called, but I live a little bit in the local zone on 30th and 86th.
Okay.
So right in the middle of all the busy Mexican neighborhoods, but it's nice. My apartment's really big. It's affordable. Everything's really close. Fresh fruits, fresh everything, actually.
So when you first came here, you probably tried out a couple of different areas.
Yes, I did get an Airbnb on 5th and 52nd, so like a little bit more down that way. And it was actually a very tiny house in the middle of like two massive hotel buildings, but it was like one of the quietest and most beautiful Airbnbs I ever stayed in because it had a massive garden. I guess the owner of the house didn't want to give it up, so he turned it into Airbnb, and it was really nice. I stayed there for 2.5 months, and then I got the apartment that I'm in right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you've only been here for 6 months, so why Playa del Carmen?
So in 2022, I did a trip to Cancun, and it was an all-inclusive, and one of the days we took a trip to Isla Mujeres, and then I remember we got off the boat in Playa, and I don't know, the energy of the city at night just made me fall in love with it, and I just told myself, like, I'm gonna move here one day. I just knew it, like, my heart called to Playa del Carmen, so it took a couple of years, but I made it out here.
Okay, amazing. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, so now we're in the Colosio neighborhood, or we're getting into the Colosio neighborhood. As you can see, there's a lot of new buildings kind of everywhere, and it's becoming more of a community. This is an area that didn't really have anything. You notice the gentleman down at 5th Ave who kind of mentioned this area and how it's becoming the new community of locals for Playa del Carmen. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and check out the other videos on the channel.